Welcome, everyone. We're going to give it a few minutes before we go ahead and get started, give people some time to join. We'll get started here in a few minutes. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started. First, I just want to welcome everybody to Plugged In Student Panel Edition. During this live stream, we'll be answering questions about college, about KU, or any questions that you guys really have about anything of this nature related to these two topics. Just a quick introduction of myself. My name is Jordan Young. I'm currently a senior here at KU. I've been here for 2.5 years. I'm a transfer student. So if you have any questions related to being a transfer student coming to KU, or questions related to me being a senior in general, drop those in the comment sections of this live stream. I'm gonna give our two panelists a chance to go ahead and introduce themselves. Just before they introduce themselves, I just want to let everybody know, if you have questions, again, drop them in the comment section of this live stream, and we'll be sure to answer any questions you guys have. So first up, I'm gonna let Jasmine introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I'm a senior and I'm a marketing major at KU. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, go ahead. My name is Javen Betts. I'm a sophomore here at KU. So this is my second year here. I'm a secondary education major, minoring in leadership studies. So anything in the realm of education, the Black community, and being involved on campus, yeah, drop those in the chat.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. The first question I have for both of you: what has been your biggest adjustment that you've had to make coming from high school now into college? And either y'all can go first.
Okay, I'll answer. Freedom and self-discovery. Going from living in my parents' house, I noticed that like once I got to college is when I started shaping into who I wanted to become. And when I would go back home for like vacations or like holidays, I would notice a change in who I was. Like I would act a certain way around my parents that I wouldn't act on campus. So that was something that was very different for me. And I had to adjust and start becoming just one person. Like recently is when I started actually being who I was outside of my parents' household, inside my parents' household when I went there. So I would say that like freedom and self-discovery is something that I had to adjust to.
That was a good point. Mine for me, since I am from Kansas City, Kansas, I went to a public high school, and it was like really diverse. So being in a diverse environment in like my whole K through 12 career, and then coming to a predominantly white institution, it was a culture shock for me. So it was the culture shock that was probably the biggest adjustment to college, because I don't think I was prepared. I was always around, people that understood my culture, never questioned it. Always just understood. They had similar backgrounds. We lived in the same areas, and then coming to a whole new atmosphere of education and people that don't really understand you, may have outlandish questions about your background, your ethnicity, culture, and just don't truly understand you. That was difficult for me.
Okay, and so Javen, just to kind of piggyback off what you already just said, could you go into detail really about how you really navigated coming from a predominantly Black school growing up and now moving to a predominantly white school where you don't see as many people that resemble yourself?
So navigation for me was about like being fearless. I had to just put that on in my character, is being fearless, because oftentimes when minorities come to PWIs, they feel inadequate, or they're inferior. Good thing I had great family support that was educated and allowed me and helped me to understand that I belonged here, that I was no different from anybody else, that I paid the same amount in tuition as everybody else, so I needed to get the best education I could out of this institution. Also, being able to seek out those programs and resources ahead of time coming into college. I knew that I would be basically a token here. So I started seeking out programs like Options before I got here. Options is the program that helped me transition to the university, where it was diverse people that were like me. So it built my confidence, being around people that first week. I was like, I didn't feel alone. I felt like, people were here. There was other people here at the university that understood me. I could go to faculty that were like over Options and the HawkLink programs, and that could help me get to those resources that I needed to thrive here. So.
Okay. We appreciate both you guys for the answers. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next question. what was something that you guys know now that you wish you would have known your freshman year?
Something that I wish I would have known my freshman year was that getting involved is beneficial to your college journey, because my freshman and sophomore year, I was not involved at all, and I'm starting to become involved now, and now I'm starting to meet great people who I feel like could have helped me in the beginning of my college journey when I was away from home and struggling with like depression and anxiety from like having to meet new people and things like that. So I feel like if I would have been involved, I would have probably been like more advanced than I am now. Like, I'm grateful for the route that I have went, but I know that I could have been offered better opportunities had I became involved with a lot of things that were offered on campus.
For me, it was kind of like the opposite. When I got here, like I became like networked and became like very close with a lot of people. So then I was getting asked to do a lot of things. So for me, what I would have known if I was a freshman would have been able to, or how to say no. Like that was a big deal for me, is to try to eliminate things from your plate instead of adding things to your plate. Because, you know, I was like, oh yes, I thought every opportunity needed to be a yes. You know, I needed to say yes to every opportunity that was presented to me by everybody. But honestly, there will be opportunities after opportunities, and there will always be another one for you to say yes. So I think it is important for you to like say no when you feel like your plate is getting too heavy. Take mental health like days, and you know, set aside time for you to just like debrief. That's important because you don't want to get overwhelmed and burnt out and then lose track of, you know, the whole reason why you're here, which is to get your degree.
Okay. Next question. How would you suggest connecting with or getting to know people in our current virtual learning and social distancing environment?
Oh, go ahead.
You want to go first?
I was just gonna say that, yeah, it's like real challenging during these times because the face-to-face interaction was important for me. But however, I feel like a lot of the orgs have ramped up their social medias. So paying attention to social media and being very involved in it, and going to events that are held in person whenever you have the opportunity is going to be very important in meeting people. Just reach out to people, again, being fearless. You know, just take that chance and reach out to people and say, hey, like, you know, we should connect. I see you're in this community or this community. Are you going to the GA for BSU? I know BSU is trying their best to do as many things as we can safely in person. So make sure you like show up and show out at events that will be held safely in person.
Yeah, I honestly agree with everything that was said. BSU does have a lot of things going on. They have something going on this weekend that's outdoors. So just since we are limited, like when we do have those events where it's outside, like I will recommend like going. Like if you think it's safe and you want to go, I feel like you should go. But then also attending things like this, you could people, and also maybe being in a Black KU group me. You can also meet new people. Like if you see someone, if you follow people on social media, like don't be afraid to DM them to get to know them. I feel like that's other ways you can meet new people too.
Okay. So the next question, what role has staff or faculty played in supporting you while at KU so far?
I can start with this one. Honestly, it's been like the best thing that ever happened is staff and faculty that I've networked with. They have the tools to get you to that next level. They can get you in doors that you can't open. And so I feel like it is like very important to network going into anything. And I, especially your like degree area, make sure you network with the faculty and like administrators in that area, because those are going to be the people that you need for letters of recommendation, scholarship letters, scholarship recommendations. Financial aspect is very important in college. So these people are very important. And I feel like the deans in the School of Education have been very influential to me. The TRIO office, even though I'm not a TRIO student, has still taken care of me. HawkLink, like the advisors, the ambassadors for MSP, have been very, very influential in my success here at KU.
Yeah, I'm a part of an organization on campus called Adidas Leadership Scholars, and without that program offered me peer mentoring and connected me with a lot of bigger people on campus, and those people have really helped me. Like I've had peer mentors that were a part of the D9 organization, and my peer mentor has she talked to me with my personal life and my school life. So yeah, faculty is always there to help you and support you, because some of them been there, done that. So they know how to give you advice on and how to battle your experience that you're going through now with experience that they've went through. So yeah.
Okay. So the next question, Javen, you're pretty involved with BSU. I believe you're on the executive board, so this one can be directed more so towards you. How do I get involved with the Black Student Union as a new student?
As a new student, and I'm coming from a personal perspective, when I was new, it was the social media aspect that was really important. I was following the plug, and I was following BSU on Instagram and Facebook. And then I was showing up to events. So freshman action team, if you're a new freshman, this will be important for you. Freshman action team is the freshman section of BSU, in which that you will have time to interact with peers that are freshmen at KU in the Black community, and basically serve and network and build those bonds and relationships. I've built bonds for a lifetime in freshman action team last year. And then that prepares you to take on leadership roles in our general BSU, like exec board members, delegates, etc. So I really feel if you're a freshman, get involved in freshman action team, pay attention to the social media, show up to events and our meetings, look to see how you can be a leader in the Black community in BSU. And then if you're a transfer student or a new student, just show up to our general assemblies or our events that we're hosting. Saturday is our back to school barbecue. Make sure you show up and show out at that. And then, yeah, from there, you will network, you'll meet friends, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, I would say just make sure you follow these pages like The Plug and BSU Kansas, because they always are promoting what they're doing. And if you want to directly communicate with them on events that you're interested in, or even being a part of the BSU, I would say talk to their members or talk to Jaren, the president of BSU. And yeah, that's ways you can get involved.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. What has been your guys' best college memory so far?
Ooh. It's been a lot of good memories, I'm gonna tell you that. But let's see. Probably the best memory was going to the BSU conference for Big 12. It's the Big 12 Black Student Government Conference. And it really opened my eyes, hearing the speakers, just vibing and seeing all these other Black professional students that were on the collegiate level that were also experiencing the same thing as you, with the culture shock of coming to a predominantly white institution, dealing with the social injustices that happen on our campuses, and really talking through that and being empowered. That was probably the best experience I had at KU. So
the best experience I had in college in general would have been me studying abroad last semester. I can say that was the best experience because I love traveling and I got to go overseas and see different cultures and meet new people. So that would be the best experience that I've had in college so far.
Any tips for students that want to travel abroad, study abroad, Jasmine?
Yes, do your research on the programs, like make sure you look them up, talk to any advisors, like anyone in the study abroad department, and make sure you get scholarships because it's expensive. Like once you're over there, it's not like that expensive traveling to different places, but the program itself is expensive. Like the program that I was through, I liked it, but I feel like I could have chosen like a better program that would have suited me and like my personal reasons. So yeah, I would just say make sure you have all the research on the program that you're looking for. I know the program that I had, they had people come talk to us. So yeah, just be things like that.
Okay. Any tips for being successful academically in college?
Buy a planner so you can plan out things. Be organized. Do not procrastinate. I'm the queen of procrastination. That has got me nowhere. And make sure you surround yourself with people that are also motivated and not always trying to be out and party because that can heavily influence you on you slacking on your own work. So yeah, things like that. Just be on top of your stuff. Set reminders. Have a planner, and yeah.
I totally agree with the like discipline aspect of what Jasmine said about like surrounding yourself with people who are motivated and degree focused, honestly, because if you aren't, then you'll lose track of why you're actually here. You're wasting money, your time, or your parents' money, whatever. I would say like reach out to professors, build relationships with them. Like honestly, they're there to support you. So make good use of that. Go to office hours if you don't understand. Like most of them are honestly really cool. So if you get to know them, then they'll get to know you. And when that grade card comes out, best believe they will come clutch for you. So get to know your professors. Like seek out tutoring resources such as like Trio, Multicultural Scholars Program, HawkLink, all like provide free tutoring services. So if you don't know where to go, like go to one of those programs, go to the AAAC, somewhere on campus that can offer you tutoring services for free. Do not pay for it. There are places on campus that are willing to help you for free. And also like make at least one friend in class because that's important. You will need that like when you are confused and you need to like text somebody real quick or snap them. You like, hey, are you just as confused as I am? And trust me, they probably are too. So then you'll need that friend to rely on. And then lastly, it's probably like make sure your finances are in order because that's the last thing you need is to like throw your academics off and stressing about like your financial aspect of college. So make sure that you seek out resources for scholarships, like the Office of Student Money Management. I know Miss Leticia is the GOAT at getting money for you and helping you afford KU because yeah, that's the last thing you need to stress about is money while you're in school. So
All right, we appreciate those answers from both of you. The next question that was submitted, should I have a girlfriend or boyfriend starting school?
Should you have a girlfriend or boyfriend starting school?
Yeah, should they be in a relationship starting college?
I would say no because that can be a huge distraction. Like I know a lot of my friends, like they started slacking in areas they didn't need to slack in, started not being like secure about themselves and like not feeling worthy about themselves. So I feel like that can have like a huge impact on your social life, your work life, and your student life. So I would say if you did want one, like just be, no, never mind. Don't have one. I wouldn't, don't have one.
I would say honestly, it's up to like you because everybody's different and can handle situations differently. For me, I kind of broke up with my girlfriend before I came to college because I mean, and that was just me because I just knew I might grow mentally, might become interested in new people. Um, just gave myself room for opportunity. So that's all I'm saying when you thinking about like the relationship aspect. Give yourself room for opportunity. Don't limit yourself when you're coming into a new atmosphere. So yeah.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I'm having connection issues. Uh, so last question: what have you guys been involved in? Whether it's organizations, different things that took place on campus, off campus, that has benefited your experience here at KU?
Um, I have been involved with the organization that I've been a part of since prior to becoming a freshman. We started that program, and yeah, that program has benefited me a lot. Like I said earlier, with the peer mentor, career readiness, and just being able to connect me and network me with other people on campus. So yeah, that's a program that has benefited me.
Um, like some orgs that have benefited me were like Black Student Union, obviously helped me like build a network in the larger KU and made my network smaller and worked for me. Black, the Black Male Initiative org was helpful for me, seeing other Black um, students and males that were also doing positive things on a college campus besides athletics. And then like being a school of ed ambassador, getting that like outside range of the Black community, being versatile and getting building connections all over campus was important for me, and especially in my like degree area, because that is where it's going to be most needed for you to seek out resources so that you can be set up for professional success. So
Okay. Well, to both of you guys, we appreciate your time in answering these questions. You have anything else you want to share to the people? Any tips or anything like that for success through college, especially navigating in the world we're living in right now?
I would say to like what we're going through right now, I know it's difficult for some people, but still enjoy your time safely. Like I'm not talking about like go out and like go partying and stuff, but like just enjoy, like don't restrict yourself. Like even if you get together with three friends, five friends, whatever it is, just like go out and like have a social life. Like don't let everything that's going on in the world like get in your mind where you're just like in this bubble, and like 'cause you still want to have some type of college experience. So I would just say, yeah, be safe and just live your best life somehow, the safest way possible.
hey, I second that because you won't get these years back. Like they go regardless. So you might as well live it up right now safely. So yeah. And then coming from like a social justice aspect, because I know like the health pandemic ain't the only pandemic going on out here. We have, all these injustices going on with the racial wars and all that stuff. So make sure that if you're a minority student, that you're brave out here when you're stepping foot on this campus again, that you belong, that can't nobody tell you differently. and let's get this degree.
Great tips, guys. Great tips. I'll give you guys the opportunity to shout out your Instagrams or anything else you want to shout out. Make sure you guys go follow these two great students that giving you guys their time tonight. You guys can shout them out if you want to.
Oh, you can add me King_JJLLBB on Snap, and then I think it's the same on Insta too. So yeah, or my first and last name, Javen Betts, on Instagram and Facebook. So
on Instagram, you can add me JASSYY.____3 underscores. And on Twitter, you can add me at JAASSYY__.
All right, we appreciate you guys. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If you're not already following the Plug KU, be sure to follow the Plug KU on Instagram at @theplug_KU. We got a few more days of events, so be sure to tap in tomorrow with the Connect. Thursday, we'll be having Battle of the Ox. You don't want to miss it. And participate on Friday with Fashion Fridays, showcasing your favorite fits from this first week of school, whether it's your quarantine fit or it's whatever you wore on campus. We appreciate you guys. Be sure if you have any other questions, DM the Plug KU and we'll get those answers for you.
All right.